Solve absolute value 3x minus 4 is equal to 11. So if we follow the steps for solving an absolute value equation, step 1 is to isolate the absolute value. That means make it so that the absolute value is by itself on one side of the equal sign, and then you have a single number on the other side. That's the way this one already is, so we don't have to do step 1. It's already done. Step 2, if a is less than 0, there is no solution. Well, a is the number that's on the right side of this equality. It is not less than 0, so we can move on to step 3. Step 3 says, otherwise, if a is greater than or equal to 0, rewrite the absolute value equation as the absolute value quantity is equal to the positive of this number, and then also write this so that the absolute value quantity is equal to the negative of this number. So we'll take off the absolute values signs for this step, and we'll write two equations. The first one is absolute value quantity is equal to the positive of that number, and the other one is the quantity inside the absolute value is equal to the negative of that number. Okay, so then step 4 says solve the individual equations in step 3. Okay, that means we just need to solve both of these equations through normal algebraic means. So we'll do that by, on the first equation, adding 4 to both sides. And that gives us then 3x is equal to 15. Then we'll divide both sides by 3. And that gives us x equals 5. Okay, for the other one, we'll start out the same way. We'll add 4 to both sides. In this case, that's going to give us negative 7, so we'll get 3x is equal to negative 7. Then we'll divide both sides by 3, and we'll get x is equal to negative 7/3. Step 5 says to check the answers in the original absolute value equation. So we'll go ahead and do that. This is always a good idea to do this step. Not 100% necessary all the time, but if you have the time, you might as well do it. So we'll check the first answer, x equals 5. We'll plug that in. We get 3 times 5 minus 4 in absolute value is equal to 11. We want to make sure that's true. 3 times 5 is 15 minus 4 is 11. 11 equals 11. That one works. Check the other one. Plug in negative 7/3. So we get 3 times negative 7/3 minus 4. Again in absolute value. And we want to know, is this equal to 11? So we'll check. Here we'll notice that the 3's can cancel. That will leave us with negative 7. Negative 7 minus 4 is indeed minus 11. But remember that there's absolute value bars around this. And the absolute value of minus 11 is indeed equal to 11. So we get equality again. 11 equals 11. And we're done.